Yeah. All right. Are we live? Let us see us. Are we liveth? I think we're live. All right. Just gonna wait in the meantime. Do 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 do. Hello. You're our only viewer so far. I just started a new stream. Impactor. Probably doing just general art and whatnot. You know, probably gonna continue working on an animation that I've been doing. Stuff like that. Haven't done an art stream in a while, so I figured it was about time I returned to doing that a little bit, you know. So yeah, I'll be getting started in a sec. Just gotta disable some things so I'm not exposing private information during the live stream. That would be embarrassing. So I'm just closing some stuff up. Like closing stuff like Pinterest, Discord, etc. Though I do need to get some references off of Pinterest. So I might turn on my screensavers, the screensaver on your screen, on the stream right now. I will turn that on in situations where I need to look on my Pinterest. Because like any user on Pinterest, I do not know what will show up no matter what I do for the algorithms of a website like Pinterest. So, that said, if I turn on the screensaver during this stream, it will mean I'm looking for a reference most likely. So I will note if I turn on my screensaver for a reason. All right. Now that that's out of the way, I can turn off the screensaver. And bada bing, bada boom, it is time to return to an animation that I started yesterday or the day before.
I know where you live.
Yeah, right.
So that's the audio I'm going with here. Basically, the audio is from the Garfield show, you know? So reanimating that is something I've done before. Some stuff I've done before. It's reanimated and it's my own take sometimes. Kay, Tangy's voice actor, was available enough to record her saying, yeah, right, and also a scream or two. So that's why we have the audio here.
Yeah, right.
I really like how she did the screams. I can't get over how funny it sounds in the best way possible. Also, if you're wondering what this is, do not ask. It was part of an art trade with me and Mouse. Don't go bantering to us about what that was, by the way. It was just part of a joke, and I realized I probably should have moved it before the stream started. So just so there are no questions whatsoever about what I just showed, that was for an art trade, partly as a joke. Tangy Beyblade X. Let's figure that out. Okay. Hear me out. I really like the original Beyblades. I'm not as into the more recent Beyblades as I am nostalgic for the original Beyblades. I will admit though, I have no idea what would happen if Tangy was doing Beyblade stuff. To be honest, if she was, I could assume it would be probably something like part of a bet that Trampy has made or something. I don't know what would cause her to need to use Beyblades for anything aside from that. Oh, okay. Also, hello, Shadow Milk Cookie. Welcome to the stream. Man, I had a rough time drawing Tangy's body earlier. Like, I kid you not, I went through so many drafts because of how tired I was. I think I'm gonna start over with her torso. Let's see. She's probably gonna be like sitting down somewhere. There is actually a comic that is partial inspiration for this little animation. I might be able to find it. I might, emphasis on the might part. I might as well just go on into the server here that I'm in. Now, I should note the server I'm searching for this in, I am an admin in, or moderator, whichever you want to call it, close enough, similar. I do have this server linked on my About Me, so if you ever want to join this server, it's not owned by me, but I am a moderator in it. Let me see here. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, from me. I need to find. I think I forwarded it in the server and. If I'm not mistaken, man, I sent a lot of Tangy content in the server. Okay. Not sure where it is, but I do know that it's not in Team Tangy content, is it? No, I think it has forward in general. I think it was from there. Nope, I guess not. I'll have to dig it up. I'll have to dig it up another time. But basically what was in the comic was Repeat, Tangy's boyfriend, pops out of her TV and pulls her in it and basically takes her to Olive Garden. I know, sounds ridiculous, but yeah. Yeah. Oh, hello. Didn't realize we have 5 viewers already. I'll be probably looking back and forth in chat very, very frequently. Anyways, hello. Welcome to the stream. We're doing some animating and art. Gotta do Tangy's torso. Which, for some reason, is the hardest part for me to draw. I don't know why, but it feels like after Mouse finished redesigning Tangy, I was like, well, yep, the torso is going to be the hard part. And here I am having trouble with the torso. I mean, it could just be my hubris getting the best of me to draw her torso. But, like, originally she had more of a visible neck. Maybe that's the problem. All right, let's see here. Going off of the reference, that's way too curved. Okay. Nope, that's way too pointy. That's way too arched. Okay, there. I'm just gonna stick with that for the moment. Now, I will say I haven't been in school for, I don't know how long it's been. But I am a high school graduate, so you can just so you know, I have not taken an art class since middle school, in a sense. So most of these things I draw are mostly just self-taught or I get help from friends. Typically it's the help from friends and feedback from friends to get to where I am. Additionally, with just general practice, you know, like any artist who practices their work. Cinar. Cinar. I want what does the CINAR acronym stand for again? Can you remind me? I might know it. I might not. I might know that. I might not. There's an even chance for either one. Let's see here. She's probably gonna have her arm like this. Fun fact about Tangy, her arms can stretch to unlimited length. That's how cartoony she is. Man, I'm just too used to drawing Leanie's torso because Leanie has actual hips for some reason. Tangy's just got this, like, I don't know, she got a waistline. That's about it. Leanie has like a sorta hourglass. Sorta. I'm not even drawing an hourglass. What am I doing? Leanie kind of has this body type, whereas Tangy has, like, this body type. It's a little hard to get that. I don't know why, but I'm more used to drawing this kind than this kind. But at least I know what I'm doing wrong now. Yeah. Art. As well erase all that. I'll just use these little doodles here as reference, I think, so I know what I'm doing half the time I'm here. This is my first art live stream in ages, so it's a little funny for me to be feeling like I'm under pressure when I'm not exactly supposed to be. But yeah. Having not drawn for like a YouTube audience in ages, it's a little overwhelming, to say the least, but not in a negative way entirely, just like a slightly, say, nervous way. Worried I'll embarrass myself on stream. To be fair, I think every YouTuber has had a, oh, I'm gonna embarrass myself moment. Let's see here. I wish I could put chat where I could see it. And also have it like on screen at the same time. Okay, this looks too big. I think and I drew on the wrong layer too. All right. Let's try this again, shall we? Curve there. Then curve there. Nope. Maybe I should... I did have like this little doodle of the inner fur. Maybe I should go off of that. I don't know why I haven't yet. Maybe there's a reason I'm forgetting. I mean, I did wake up very early today after going to bed at almost midnight. Somewhere before midnight, but let alone almost midnight. All right, let's see here. Redoing that neck. Still don't know why, but if I were to pick my favorite Tangyverse design, I think I would actually go with one of the non-main characters, like, who isn't part of the, like, actual main cast. Because for some reason, Mouse and I just have been cooking with all the designs. But personally, I think Trampy's sister is my favorite character I've designed. And for Mouse, I think Spicy is my favorite in terms of design that she's done the designs for. I mean, the reason for it being, I actually really like the process we went through with making her, like, suitable for the video, the Tangiversary video. Now, these legs don't need to be perfect because they're going to be cut off. But I finally think I have her torso done. I think I finally did her torso, guys. Let's go. All I need to do is fix her belly fur. Or her chest fur. I don't know what to call it. It's like a little heart-shaped patch of white fur on her torso. This animation isn't going to be colored, so it's not that big a deal. Alright, let's shade her neck here. Let's get that. Now, I typically don't do shading on these, so maybe I'll just... When I don't color them, I typically don't do shading. I might go back and update these animations once I feel like, you know, going back and coloring them directly. Like, I might go and do that. We'll see. Because I noticed a lot of people really like the one where Trampy is not wanting to be called cute. So that's why I'm doing this one too, is because of that. Because I really enjoyed making it, and a lot of people like that. So don't worry, I haven't lost my roots of being multimedia. Let's see here. Gonna just freehand this. Nope. There we go. Move that over slightly. I think that looks good. I just need to move this over again. And I think I need to reshape it slightly because it's a little uneven. Alright. Hello, Tails the Green Fox. Welcome to the stream. Wait, why did you say it's been 17 days? It's been 17 days. Isn't that... I forgot where that meme originated. I genuinely forgot where that originated. I know it's like a fairly well-known meme. I just forgot where it originated. Like, I am not joking. I do not remember where it came from. Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Man, I hate that I just said that. I mean, the song Cotton Eye Joe is fine, but what it's meme-wise associated with is kind of cringe. Not entirely, but, like, it's kind of weird. The Nugget. At least it's not the original version in those videos most of the time. It's typically the gibberish version that was made as a joke. Alright. Man, Tangy looks so sassy like this. Okay, so we're gonna make like lines for reference on her for her arms. Because like everything from here up is gonna be cut off, so I'll also draw a line to represent that. Everything from here up. Okay, now... Excuse me. I don't need to... There we go. And the head looks too big now. Everything was fine until I noticed how big the head looked. Okay, let's try and fix this. Group these. Move this group up. Okay, and now group the groups. Now shrink this. Oh no, I squished it. Oh wait, that'll mess up the mouth placement, won't it? Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. I think though what I can do is just export the torso on its own, without anything else. I could just make her torso be its own layer in the animation stuff rather than that. Yeah, that feels like it would work out better. Okay, let's do the finalizations on the torso. Then I shall move on to that step. And I really like animating because of how goofy I can make things with any. You give me an audio, I'll probably end up picturing at the very minimum something goofy to go with it. I used to watch a lot of nutshell animations. Typically, I only do that now when I need an audio to like pull inspiration from, to say the least. So whenever I see a meme audio, I picture something new going with it. Whenever I see, hear, or watch a YouTube short, inspiration comes flooding in on occasion. It depends on what the content in the short or video or meme is. So yeah. Man, I am not catching a break with this one. Okay. Okay, there. That feels like Tangy's torso. That looks like Tangy's torso. What I was doing before was not even close. Okay. Now just to fix these lines. Fix this. And I think her shoulder could use some work. Shoulder looks a little flat for a shoulder. Nope, that didn't help. Okay, nope. Okay, I think I just gotta fix this entire arch here. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's better. All right. I think that should be redrawn as well, probably. Just white that out. White this out, because I forgot where the placement line went. And now add another line. Nope, that's still too long. Or not the right shape. There we go. Okay, there. There. I think that should do. I think, unless this looks long, I think that looks a little wide. There we go. Oh, that's where it was Snapcube. How did I forget that? I love Snapcube. In fact, Versus Imposter Fandom Edition was primarily inspired by Snapcube. And also heavy inspiration from YouTube poops and meme adrenaline, as I like calling it. It's like a hype you get when you're watching too many memes. Yeah, I get that a lot. Honestly, though, the coolest thing for me about Snapcube is probably Alfred being Eggman. Like, it's not even just the Eggman announcement bit. Like, Alfred is such a funny guy. Like, genuinely, he's probably the funniest Snapcube VA I've seen. At least, I've watched a handful of the other content. It's just so funny, though, whenever Alfred is playing a character. Especially Eggman. Because of the random lines we get. Like, I am going to kill you and kill you again. or, ha ha ha, you fool! I have 70 alternative accounts! Oh, man. I mean, Snapcube is a heavy inspiration for my memes in dubs. Yeah. Man, I love it when a bad lip reading or a dub just becomes absolutely a legend. Like, man, that would be so cool to have one of my jokes become like immortalized as a meme that is brought up on as many occasions as others. Like, have you noticed that the Eggman announcement meme hasn't been considered a dead meme like others from its era yet? Like, that's how long we've had this meme around. Not saying we should have it run out anytime soon. Oh no, I would hate for that. At least, as far as I know, the Eggman announcement meme has been, like, immortalized as a meme touchstone in a sense. Do I dare say it's been like there for so long it feels like it's been 7. Wait, maybe it has actually been Sonic Adventure 2 come out. Cause it would be crazy if it's been 17 years. I don't think it has because YouTube's only been around for 20. But it would be so hilarious if the meme was at least 7 years old at this point. I don't think it was 7 years old, but it would be hilarious if it was. Alright, there we go. All that is going to be cut off from screen view once I erase all this here. I think I'll move on to importing the torso into the animation itself. Okay, there's that. Okay, there. This isn't going to be seen, so I might as well erase that. Then erase more. There. Now Tangy's torso is done. And I just make it invisible. Oh, yeah, no. I'm gonna share it. Yeah. PNG. Save image. Yeah, that is kind of an interesting throwback. Also, hello, Spike the Hedgehog. Welcome to the stream.
Hi.
Let's see here. Okay, so this is where Tangy comes in after.
Yeah, right.
Okay, let's see here. So I should probably shrink her head. I know that sounds so weird. But to be honest, I think it's funnier this way. That I said, man, I gotta shrink her head. The fact I said that out loud twice cracks me up in the weirdest ways possible. Alright. Wait a minute. Wait a minute here. I didn't remove the background on the head initially. Of course I didn't. Then I deleted the mouth I think I used here. Because it wasn't full. Okay. Well, in that case, it's time to re-export her head, I guess. Okay, re-exporting the head. Okay.
Yeah.
Select all, delete. Oh my word, this looks scary because of the fact that it's a onion skin frame. Okay. Head, torso. Let's get those in there. Now, if I'm not mistaken, select all, copy, delete,
Yeah.
paste. and make it bigger. There we go. Y translate that up a bit to where I think I cut it off around here. That seems good. Okay, select all, copy, delete. And then I think I gotta move this up a layer. Oh, snap. Snap, cube, crackle, pop. Add empty layer. Now move this. Okay, add after. And oh my word, it's so tiny. Her head is so small here. That feels so wrong, having her head that thin of lines. I gotta fix that. I think I gotta trace what I drew earlier to make it fitting. Because, like, look how thin those lines are. Thin lines, people. Thin lines. Okay, let's undo that and actually make it right. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I don't even know whether this is going to be proper or not. If it isn't, well, I'm going to have to trace it or trace my art. Don't worry, it's my art, so I can trace it legally. Yeah, this looks terrible. Okay, let's get this monstrosity off my screen. Hello. Let's see here. Turning this layer back on. Yeah, that head is still way, way too big. Way, way, way too big. Okay, duplicate that. Hide that layer. Let's see how good I can get this to look when I... Yeah, okay. Okay, that makes sense now. That all makes sense now. I see where I went wrong. I think I used a different brush size for the torso than I did the head. So now I gotta trace all what I did for the head on a new layer. Well, except for the eyes. The eyes are fine. I think the eyes are the only thing that have a good line width. Okay, let's remove that. Okay, now let's go here. I think what I did was I used the wrong brush, and because I have multiple of the same brush, I tend to sometimes forget to switch. It's a very dumb thing I did, but alas, I have no way to go back in time and fix this manually other than to trace over my existing work. Who knows? Maybe I'll make it better this time around. Let's see here. It's unfortunate, though, because I'm very, very bad at tracing my own work, let alone others' work when I'm using rough sketches for whatever reason. Typically when I do trace sketches, it's for like assisting or doing like collaborative artwork where one of us does the roughs or line work, the other will do the rest. That's sometimes how it works. I might have removed the entire bun completely and redraw that. Oh my word, this looks so bad without her signature bun. She looks cursed. I can't believe that she looks that cursed without her bun. I knew she was gonna look cursed based on a mistake I made on another artwork, but I did not expect it to be mega cursed. Like, I kid you not, that is not even in the slightest bit settling. Okay, this is also kind of unsettling. I gotta fix that. Okay, there we go. All right, there's that. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that line needs to be a little more curved. There. Okay, there's that. Make this a little more even. Okay, now to fix the the other ear and then do the bun. I think I need to move this entire thing over. This entire ear looks wonky for some reason, and I can't put my finger on it. I think it just needs to be moved over. Like this entire spot here, it needs to be moved to the side. Yeah, that looks a little better aside from that. Okay, now what's irking me is I need to do the bun again. Oh my word. It's been so long since I've done Tangy or drawn Tangy. Close enough. Close enough. That'll do. That will do. I think. Okay, erase this. And erase this. And that, whoop, zoomed in the wrong spot. There we go. Nope, that still looks cursed. Okay, let's fix this once and for all. Still looks cursed because of that. Okay, I think I gotta stretch it. Just slightly stretch it. Yeah, okay. Then I'll just trace over that again. Whoops. Okay, did I do it? I think I just gotta redo this bottom curve and I'll be good. I'll be in the clear. Oh, and of course, it makes it into an oval rather than an arch. Okay. Good enough, good enough. Erase that. And I just realized it looks super fat. Like, I know it's supposed to be kind of fat, but when I mean super fat, I mean like it's too tall on top. I just noticed that. It's like that's supposed to go inward rather than outward like it was already. Now, here we go. This is what we needed. This is what I needed here ages ago. All right. No, it still has flaws. Man, I hate being slightly a perfectionist when I'm not live, and then I hate being a total perfectionist when I am live. I think that'll do. That'll do. I'll just fix this a little more. Just a little more. Because it could be a tad better. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now her bun is complete. That took so long. And I still don't like it fully. So I'm going to redo it again. Oh my word. Feel so embarrassed for this. But then again, no artist is perfect their first run. And no artist is truly a professional. If they are, they've got nothing to learn. Though, in other contexts, a professional is someone who knows how to do art fairly well, I guess. I don't really know otherwise. Oh, I still have the magnetics on. No wonder it's been weird moving this around. Man, she looks so dang smug. It's really hilarious to see Tangy that smug. I've never drawn smug Tangy before. Alright. Okay, there's the new head. I'll just fill in some more here with my white brush. My white coloring. Alright, I'm gonna check chat here before I import it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the head was massive. I'm so glad to have finally fixed it, I think. Alright, let's make sure that I can actually get this in there, though. Let's make sure. Oh, I missed something you sent. Looking. Ah. Let's see here. Import the head. Import it. Okay. Moment of truth. No, is this the new one? I think this is the new one. I think what I did was I resized it. Scale. Big head Tangy is kind of weird to say out loud when the head was too tiny beforehand. Here, I'm just gonna move down the torso, I think. I think the torso could be moved down. And moved over slightly.
Yeah, right.
Alright.
Yeah, right.
And after this, I'm going to have to edit what I've already got for Repeat, who's going to jump out of the TV.
Yeah, right.
And then I got to draw Scared Tangy at the end.
I know where you live.
Yeah, right.
Also, I should probably animate her
Yeah.
eyes. And do an extra frame for her mouth. So that's what I'll do right now. Now that I've got most of it done there. Hello. Yes, Tangy is peak. Oh, you don't think it's sent? Okay. I was like, I don't see anything I didn't already read. I was gonna say. Alright, let's see. She gonna have like a you know. Did one of these for Trampy as well. Forgot to turn on my onion skins. My onion skin layers. Okay, let's see how this looks. And I forgot to speed it up to the correct frames per second. Okay, that does not look... Okay, I forgot to hide. No wonder it looked weird. And it still looks weird. Yay! I am feeling embarrassed. Yay! Okay, let's just continue this. All right. Me if Tangy had an Ed's World mouth. It's just like this. I just had that realization. That's what that is. It's an Ed's World mouth. That's actually kind of cute. That's actually kind of cute. I might actually use that. Tangy with an Eddsworld mouth confirmed. Almost. I mean, I'm using it, but like it's not like it's an official thing she can do. Though I wouldn't be surprised if she could. That looks weird. Hold on, guys. I gotta think for a sec. Oh my word. Guys, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Are you sure? Are you sure? I might doodle this for Mouse later because I don't know what her response will be. Are you sure? Omni Tangy. Screenshotting that for later. All right. Enough of Omni-Man and everything related to him. Let's hide this layer. Then combine down. Okay, maybe I should do her eye animations first. I think that'll be the easiest thing to do. Surprised Tangy with a Eddsworld mouth style. Man, I love this. I mean, to be honest, yeah, I am using Procreate. I've always used Procreate, and I probably will never stop using Procreate. So, yeah. I don't know what everybody's opinions on the app are, but I like it. It's sort of a Tangy. Like she's like, what are you doing? Okay, let's delete that and all right, now for the eyes. You gotta move the eyes. I should stop saying eyes like this. I should just say eyes like a normal human being. When have I ever been normal? I mean, to be honest, I think Tangy with an Edeled mouth would look very, very... I mean, it's not fully out of character, but it sure is scary. I don't know why I like that for being scary. Like look at this. Look at this big old mouth. Tangaled. We've done Omni-Man Tangy. Oh, my bad. Forgot to move it here. We've done Omni-Man Tangy, Edeled Tangy, normal mouth Tangy with a smaller shape to it. What's next? I have no clue. All I know is I think there's too many Tangies. If I'm being honest, if I could pick a mouth for Tangy, it would be, you know what? Hold on. I have an idea, guys. I have a funny idea. Now, I said at the beginning of the stream that if I turned on my screensaver, I'm going to change this to I think it's this. Now, I'm still here. I'm just opening something up that I don't want to spoil the joke with. I'll turn off the screensaver in a sec. Now, let's see here. Ah, yes, here we go. This is just what I need. At least I think it is. I think it's what I need. I think this is what I need. Yeah, here we go. Man, this isn't the right image. Okay. So I've gotten asked this a handful of times on various live streams, and this is because of the unwavering popularity of the series Battle for Dream Island, also known as BFDI. Now, I'm not sure if I saved the correct photo here, but let's see what Tangy would look like with a BFDI mouth. Just for comedy's sake. Just for comedy's sake, here is Tangy with a BFDI mouth. You're welcome, BFDI fans. I finally fulfilled your wish of getting more than you guys asking me whether I care any for BFDI. You've finally gotten me without even asking. Now we have BFDI Tangy Mouth, Adelaide Tangy Mouth, normal Tangy Mouth. Are you sure? Omni-Man Tangy Mouth, and then we also have Eddsworld Tangy Mouth. Not gonna lie, all of these mouths, even the BFDI one, if it was monochrome here, it would probably make more sense. Like, probably something like this. But, like, whatever the case, these actually fit decently. If there were, like, additional details, some of these would fit better. But not gonna lie, Adelaide Mouth Tangy is kind of insane. She's like, hey there, I've got a mouth. It's got very big teeth. It's got very big teeth, guys. Man. Anyways, you're welcome. I gotta keep going with this animating, so I can't really keep going with the mouth joke. But I think I will post these. Oh my word, I comboed them. Oh no, I comboed them. Why does that look even worse? Why did that happen? And I can combo these as well by accident. All I need now is to... Yeah, that looks hideous. Okay. That's funny. I'll admit that's kind of funny that all the mouths, except for the BFDI one, line up in the same radius or the same area. Like, I can literally switch this for this and it'll still look like a real mouth. And they're gonna... Why did this end up going so crazy that it's... I can't with this BFDI mouth. I'm actually crazy now. That's actually insane. How well this fits. Whoops. I think. If I fill this in black, it looks a little more... Actually, I take it back. That looks even worse than it would have otherwise. Well, yeah. Now we've seen the unimaginable. BFDI Omni-Man Tangy with an Adelaide mouth behind it. That actually looks very cursed. Tangy, after realizing she can contort her mouth as much as she can stretch her arms, is kind of crazy. Even if it's not canon. Hello? To be honest, the BFDI mouth is crazy. Oh my word. So we have BFDI, Omni-Man, Adelaide, Normal, and Eddsworld. All we need now is some goofy mouth. This is her trying to figure out what she's doing with her mouth. You're like, what am I doing here? I have no idea why, but I just stopped animating and worked on joke mouths for Tangy. That's actually crazy that I got sidetracked. Man, I am so easily distractible. Now I get why people tell me I can't drive yet. Which is actually a true fact. I cannot legally drive as I do not have a permit or a driver's license. Yet, I am 20 years old almost. Turning 20 this year. Yay me. I'll be 2 decades old. Man, I can't get over this. Can't get over the fact that they can combo like that. Man, I'm so glad John is in school right now. He would absolutely crash out if he saw this live. For those who don't know, John is Tangy's primary owner. So, if he saw this, he wouldn't exactly crash out in a sense, but he would basically jokingly crash out. If you get what I mean by that. It's not like anything truly bad. All right. This is going to be the face. There we go. I think that'll do for a face. Not even sure my mic is picking up my sound. But either way, not gonna lie, it's looking pretty good. Oh no, I showed BFDI mouse. That was weird.
Yeah, right.
That was funny, but now it's time to get back to animating.
Yeah, right.
Whoop, whoop. All right. Let's import the image. Photos. I would play music on this live stream if I... Oh, wait. I forgot to remove the background here. I would play music on this stream. I just don't want anything that's copyrighted. I think I have a playlist somewhere of non-copyrighted music that I have for streams. I just don't know whether I can load it up at the same time that I'm streaming. Okay, I think I moved it over. Moved it down. I think it's like a little larger, perhaps. Why don't we give in? Lego.
Yeah, right.
Okay, there we go. Okay, let's start this from the beginning.
I know where you live.
Yeah, right.
I know where you live.
Yeah, right.
Okay, that little bit where
Right.
she's like, yeah, right? I gotta make that longer.
Yeah, right.
I know where you live.
Yeah, right.
Alright, now to draw Scared Tangy. Either that or I'll reuse one of Mouse's artworks. I might just reuse an artwork that Mouse has done of Tangy from one of her animations, or animatics, I should say. Let me see here. Also, if you're wondering why I only tease certain parts of the last animation, there's a reason. The stop. I had to make the cheeks a different bit because I didn't want people taking what he's lip syncing out of context for whatever reason. Did not want that on the last animation. Now, let's see here. I thought I put it in as a Procreate file ages ago. I could be wrong. If I didn't, no biggie, I'll just re-import it. Okay. That's Leany, my Lego stuff, other Tangy stuff. Also, this is Repeat. Tangy's boyfriend. For those, he is based on Rewrite Prime, a certain variant made by Drifter, or Pink Drifter, as his handles normally have his username. He is the owner and creator of the Dominoize series, which is where he basically takes existing characters and makes new designs of them based on inverted color palettes. And Repeat, being one of them, is also canon to Rewrite Prime. Thus, also Tangy is canon to the lore of Rewrite Prime. And being Tangy's lead co-writer, kinda neat. Kinda neat, to say the least. Let's see here. Yes, classic Yellow Charles doodle. Man, I don't know where I put it. Illustrations, perhaps, might be a way to get to it quicker. I don't know why, but I liked the bold line work I did for Leany for the last animation. I basically reused this artwork here to make the Leany stuff for the last animation. It's the same thing, just edited or modified. Now, where? Oh, I can't leak what's up there. That's future character designs right there. And I just spoiled what they were. Drat. Man. I cannot find it. Oh, yeah, the old April Fool's render. I forgot about that. Okay. Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused, Mr. Silly Lasagna. You have to find... What was I looking for? It's Crying Tangy? Man, I cannot find this. Somewhere in here. Somewhere in here. It's one of the older Tangy artworks. I know I have it here, so can't be too far back. Man, I have a lot of images. You guys would not believe how many files, though, I have on my solid state drive. This is not my solid state drive. This is my actual Photos app. So, in addition to what's here, there's tons of stuff on a 2 terabyte solid state drive that is almost full. All right, here we go. Here we go. I found it. I have found it. I might just edit this existing one. I might just... I definitely will be crediting Mouse for what I'm about to do, so... Screaming Tangy variant of this existing one. And don't worry, y'all, I know Mouse, so... She's let me do this before. If I don't end up getting permission from her, I'll just do a different frame myself. This is just partly a time saver. And don't worry, she and I are friends, so it's good. I might just make the pupils dots. I really like how Mouse drew Tangy, or draws Tangy, I mean, in such random seeming ways each time. Because of how stretchy and cartoony Tangy is as a character, it can be really fun to, like, stretch her out of proportion in so many ways. Like, her tail is bouncy. She can, like, basically, she can be Tigger. She could have replaced Tigger if she was, like, Trampy and was an actual tiger. Like, she could disguise herself to have been in the original Winnie the Pooh if she wanted. I'm gonna do my own take on the mouth here. I guess if Mouse is okay with this, I probably will make this like a reference to to the video that this is from. And as I stated, we're friends, so if she says no about using this, I won't use it. Otherwise, I'll be crediting her with sketch credits for this next animation. I might just make this nose a little thinner. Nope. Okay, there. Let's see how this looks. I guess I could use this for roughs. I could use the dual tracing method, kinda. I'm gonna do a little wacky thing with the tongue here. Make it like Peppino. Either that or I'll just make it normal. Alright, I'm gonna check chat here. Yes, this is basically an animation and art stream. Yes. Gonna basically just adjust this slightly. There we go. Wrong way. Now, I will say the fact that this is like a double trace effect is going to be probably for the comedy factor as like a throwback for the most part. Gonna just do it a little differently here. Because I've noticed when Mouse has done certain artworks of the characters being extremely spooked, scared, angry, or expressive, there's been this thing where she gives them bug eyes like this. Like eyes that just stick out of their head like that. I might just do that. I just might do that. Just might go about it a little differently. And flip. And show. And now to update it so it looks more like her current design. Now, Tangy has gone through a handful of design changes over time. As of now, her current render on the wiki is her final one for the moment, as far as we know. At the moment, we do not have the intentions to redesign Tangy again yet, or update her design, I should say. Because we didn't exactly redesign her, we just had Mouse do a new render and update the existing one for the Tangiversary video that came out a few week ago, maybe? I don't know. Somewhere like that. Now, okay, so the teeth were behind it. Alright. Not gonna make this too elaborate, because, like, my style is similar to Mouse's in some ways, but drastically different in others. The pen. Oh, you mean the brush? Oh, the brush itself? Yeah, I have a whole collection here. I could send I've been considering making my brushes public. I've only sent them like in a few servers, like 1 or 2. I'm likely gonna make just a zip folder of all my brushes. A few of my characters' color palettes, like Leany and Nia the Flash Hogs palettes, as well as Trampy's. But aside from that, for now, I think I'm going to probably need to wait until after stream. If you want, like, the specific brush I'm using right now, I can send that after stream. For sure, I can do that. Can definitely send it after stream. Oh my word, this looks so disturbing, it's funny. Like, I kid you not, this looks very disturbing in some ways, but just, like, so good in others. Oh my word. Can't believe this. This is actually insane. She's gonna be freaking out at Repeat jumping out from her TV. Which makes sense that it's based on this from one of Mouse's videos. They're gonna hide those. Then do the bun. Fun fact, for those who don't know, Mouse's Sona was the basis for Tangy, essentially. In short, Tangy was initially a nameless doodle that Mouse did of her Sona as wacky. But John liked it so much that they made it into a character. And the rest is history, basically. In short. Okay, let's see here. Freaked out. Tangy, let's go. She's so spooked. Why is she spooked? Her boyfriend had jumped out of the TV that she thought wasn't a live stream. Funny we're here live, isn't it? Okay. Let's see here. They're going to remove a little bit off of there. And a little line here. Okay. Okay, this looks good. This looks good. This frame is basically going to be an edit. Like, basically this frame is an edit. A revamp, per se, of this sketch. I just gotta add a few more finishing touches to it. Like this. Then this. No, wait, no. I'll just keep it as is. Then there's that. And what I need to do is fill this in. Forgot what color to make the inside of Mouse. I think the last place I saw something like that. You know, I'm gonna be consistent here. I'm gonna make the inside of the mouth reddish because I've kept reddish colors in my existing animations. I've kept reddish colors. Like the flustered cheeks of Trampy in the last one, and also Leany's eyes, which are not exactly a shade of red, but rather a very, very near pink red. I will probably release her color palette when I release my brushes. Ace has been Ace, Leany's designer and co-owner. is the one who made the palette for Leany, at least the modern Leany palette. Technically, I was the one who thought of the original palette it's based on, but nonetheless, it's basically almost the same palette. Almost. Emphasis on the almost. It's close. There we go. I think that maroon is too maroon. That's too tan. Here, why don't we darken that and bada bing bada boom. Nope. Darker? Nope. Lighter. Okay, that works. That'll do. That'll do. I think. And I'll just make the tongue more red. More reddish rather than pinkish. There we go. Now she's literally just looking scared as a skunk. As scared as a skunk. Emphasis on as because, well, Tangy's a rat, not a skunk. Funny thing is, we do have plans for a honey badger character. Not exactly a skunk, but same colors. Same colors as most skunks. Okay, I might as well just add a little more over here. Okay, there we go. There we go. And now I just add like a really cheesy thing to it. She looks like one of those modern Mickey Mouse sort of things, Also, hello to everybody else who just joined in the stream. Sorry if I'm just saying this, but yeah. My bad for being late on that. All right. You're going to DM this to Mouse and ask her if it's okay. Real quick. Okay. This is basically an edit of your sketch of Tangy in the burger video. I was wondering if I can use it while crediting you, of course. Okay, there we go. Got that. And I'll just import it to the animation now, as I need to do that anyway. Oops. Well, I might as well check these while I'm here. Yes, today's my mother's birthday, everybody. All right.
All right.
Add after. I just love that the screen just plays there. Okay, import images, import photo, scale. All right, I think I need to extend this canvas a little bit. All right, there we go. All right, nobody is viewing the stream as far as my thing shows. That's all right, though. I'll be here for a little while longer. Probably gonna try and finish this animation by then.
Yeah, right.
I know where you live.
Yeah, right.
I know where you live.
Okay, it's time to add some keyframes. Video keyframe time, baby. Woo! Add key. And that sounded funny.
I know where you live.
Yeah, right.
That was good. That was
Yeah,
good.
right.
That spinning at the end.
I know
That
where
spinning at the end is just so good. Oh my word. That spinning at the end, I think that's just like the icing on the cake.
I know. I know where you live.
Yeah, right.
I know where you.
Okay, copy key.
I know.
Nah. Undo that.
I know where you live.
Yeah, right.
I know where you live.
Yeah, right.
I know where you live.
Yeah, right.
Alright, I think the last thing I need to add is her tail, which I don't know why. It doesn't seem like I made her tail visible, even though I meant to.
Yeah,
Ha, 1 frame off. That's crazy.
yeah, right.
Okay, there. Let's draw her tail. Let's draw Tangy's tail. Yay. One of the last things I'm going to do on this stream. Drawing Letangi's tail. I think it's this layer here, right? Yeah, it's this layer. Okay. I think I hid the layer by mistake. That was the problem. Okay, paste, allow paste. There we go.
Yeah, right.
I know where you live.
That's good.
Yeah, right.
I know where you live.
Yeah, right.
I know where you live.
Yeah, right.
I know.
right.
I know where you live.
Yeah, right.
All right. I think this is where I'm going to end off stream. I think I'm going to end off stream here. Yeah, all right, guys. I think this is where I'm going to end off. Thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoy it. I'll have this animation out sometime next week. See you then. Bye-bye.